Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Unstoppable. Here at a Contagious Smile with Victoria, the sexy vixen that she is, and her husband, Michael.
Okay.
Howdy, y'all. So let's talk about.
God, okay, hold on. Before you go any further, can I please ask you to dial it back a little bit? For those that don't know, I did go through this surgery, which I'm trying to get acclimated to, and I'm just gonna call it what it is. It sucks.
I'm just excited to be with you.
Okay, great, but I can't afford to lose the only 12% of hearing I have left because I have nothing in the right. I can't hear. There's no eardrum. There's no nothing. No vibration. No sound. No nothing. I feel like I'm underwater. Whatever that sound is, I can't make anymore. So, and then my husband's like 4 centimeters from me. Okay, so now let that out of the way. Go ahead. Sorry.
As I was saying, is that better?
A little bit, yeah, thanks.
So my wife has recently come under fire because of her latest book.
Oh, we're going
Narc,
there.
Narc, Who's There?
Going there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if you have not read Narc, Who's There? I suggest you do to see what all the controversy is about. It has really ruffled some feathers. I'm just saying, y'all get on Amazon, check it out. Victoria Curie.
Cryptic, but I guess now that you put that cat out of the bag,
well, we can't say too much because possible lawsuit.
well, it's not a possible lawsuit at this point. Let's just try to be as cryptic as we can because you opened this up. We received a cease and desist letter because somehow or another, someone thinks they see themselves as a character within the book. And every individual character in Narc has been very carefully and I mean with such precaution made sure that their face is redacted, the geographics are changed, meaning like where are they geographically? There is no photographs of distinguishing marks that would identify a person. There's no actual, I mean, the names have been changed, but other than that, everything is 1000% factual and it's all evidence based. And so apparently, when you're coming from a narcissistic family and you're the black sheep, and this is a big no-no. And so we received a squash it letter that's in the beginning phases, which is just,
So we'll leave this up to your own supposition as to whom.
because we're not going to say.
That's right.
Apparently, but I mean, anybody who's ever been the black sheep, but I mean, and I've talked to many people and I've talked to attorneys and everybody's like, nobody is identifiable by, like, there's no, all the pictures, their faces are redacted and names have been changed. And so there is no distinguished marks that say, oh, that's, the elephant tamer, or that's the dog groomer, or, whatever. But the book is factually based, but without question. And, there's some other issues in there that I never made a situation of where, when you've copywritten a book, and I have copywritten a book, there's copyright infringement if somebody takes excerpts of your book without your consent and places it upon their social media platform. And I'm not talking about only insert of book, say such as dialogue, but even the cover is copyright infringement. And that had been done I guess years ago, and I let it go. I knew it happened and I let it go and I didn't pursue it, even though it is clear as day copyright infringement. And it's obvious that it's this book, right? So it's, I've had some people say they're just pissed that their feathers got ruffled. The black sheep is the one that they try to make everybody hate because you're the most dangerous, and that's why they belittle you so much your entire life. So You know, here it is where we get this, and it's just like, are you serious? And you and I have not sought revenge or anything on anyone ever. We never have. That's just not who we are. We both, on both sides, have had plenty of opportunity to do it and never done it. Uh, we just want to help other people, but there's not much, to say about this except, I don't know. I'm kind of just a little like, okay, well, how do you dispute evidence? If that's what's going to be, and evidence ends up having to be disputed, then does that mean everything gets redacted? And shit gets real. I mean, sorry, that's what it is. Shit's going to get real if that's what ends up having to happen. You self-identification is not the same as being identified as, but that's what ends up. Hey, Rusty just wants everybody to know our sweet Rusty boy is here, giving kisses and some loving. Yeah, Stucco's at Mama's feet, and Rusty's right here too. Yeah, don't go bowling. So anyway, there's that fun and excitement. So now that we've said that, how about I give you some news you don't know about Babe that's gonna like totally shock you? He's gonna be like, I'm not surprised.
Let me guess, you're writing another book.
I'm always writing something, but
You've started another course.
I've written 3 today.
You've written 3 courses.
Yes. So
y'all go on our academy and check out these 3 new courses. What can I tell you? There must be 140,
at least, maybe
140 courses that my wife has come up with the curriculum and put all this together. And some of these classes are amazing. Some of them are free. Some of them you pay $4.99. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. But definitely well worth it. Y'all go check out the academy. You can get to it through the main website, thecontagiousmile.com.
All right, are you ready? Mm-hmm. So I just learned while you were, that
why I sleep or take a nap or wow.
Wait, hold on. I have a condition.
I do have a medical condition.
Women, the only great thing, I always have to find a silver lining, because if I don't, I'd be really upset in my life by all of the, fragments that make me one now. So I turned my right side to my husband when he's talking gibberish.
Really?
Okay. So find out why you're, sawing logs. That on September 30th, which is a week from tomorrow, I have been chosen. I didn't tell you that I was doing this yet because I didn't want to, jinx it or whatever. I have been chosen as one of 100 of the most influential women, and I am going to be on television in 127 countries.
All right. Well, that's my wife for you. Another accomplishment.
It's called.
And it's not about you.
Well, it is. It's called Her Story. It's going to be in 127 countries, broadcasted, and it's a global event. And I was asked some time back, and I did all of it, and then we had to put in the submission. I was chosen.
Oh, that big thing.
And then, but I didn't know if I had it or not, if I got it or not. And then I got this email while you were sleeping that they did in fact choose my story, and it's going well. I actually was raw. You'll love it. I have hardly any makeup on. My husband hates when I wear makeup, and I was raw when I did this interview, where it's called She Is Me, and it's basically She's Me, and it is the rawness of me, my makeup, my injuries are pretty much showing of how I overcame, and so could anybody else. I mean, it's just raw, like almost makeup free, very scary. Please put on sunglasses and take away small children so you don't frighten them because Halloween's coming. Scary, um, the story of how I overcame all this abuse and got through it. And now to be chosen for one of the top 100 women and go into 127 countries, that's like such an honor. It's a huge honor. So
Good.
I can never do anything that just makes my husband go, "Oh my God, I'm so shocked."
Congratulations. What, you set the bar high, woman.
I know it never gets you to be like, "Wow, I'm so like shocked," or
Seriously?
never, because it's like
Never.
kind of expected, and that's
Exactly.
no.
Because you set the bar yourself.
Well, some people don't think so. Think so at all. But anyway, so needless to say, this is just about how, at any stage in your life, you can get through heartache and turmoil if you have the right support. And I have the right support. I'm looking at my husband, and he is my support and strength and the love of my life. Why are you making that face?
Because tomorrow is her birthday, y'all.
If I can make it to here, there.
And she turns the big.
Your mouth.
The big. Well, I'll keep that part a secret.
Uh-huh. And October 1, we are releasing the Dear Silence, You Lost. And we got the books today. How do they look?
They look great.
You have got to either swallow a magnaphone, a microphone, because you sound like 100 times louder than ever. Why don't you open
So
one
the
and
book
read one?
is only 160 pages, but it is compiled by Victoria Curie. It is written by well over several hundred people.
What that is.
No, wait, right, but more came in.
Yeah.
So people from around the world wrote in their small snippets of survival stories, and yeah.
Why don't you pick one and read it?
Oh gosh, I don't want to start crying. You know how I am.
You'll cry over this, but you won't cry over the fact your wife got picked as one of the top 100 women.
Because I know my wife. You're amazing. My wife is amazing.
My husband is going to pick one to read one. Hopefully, it's.
I don't know. Let's just pick one.
Okay.
Dear Dad. That a good one?
You're reading it.
Well, you read that one. Dear Dad, and I hope the listener who sent this in is listening right now.
Trigger warning ahead of time.
Yeah, because I haven't read this, y'all. Dear Dad, I used to look at you and think you were a superhero. Let me turn the microphone this way. I thought your voice could fill a room because it was strong. I thought your hands were big because they were meant to protect. I thought our house was loud because that's just how families were. I didn't understand, not at first, but now I do. I know the sound of a slammed door before a fight. I know what it looks like when someone's scared but trying not to cry. I know how silence can feel like shouting. And I know that love doesn't leave bruises. You taught me that by doing the opposite. I used to count the seconds between your footsteps and her flinch. I used to pretend I was asleep so I wouldn't see what you would do next. I used to beg God to let it be a quiet night. Do you even remember the night she covered my ears with her hands? She was the one bleeding and still tried to protect me from the sound of your rage. You called her weak, but I never seen anything stronger. You said she was a problem, but I saw her wipe blood from her lips and tuck me into bed in the same breath. She was my superhero, my protector. You were nothing more than a piece of shit. How could you call yourself a man, a father, a husband? You said you loved us, but your kind of love felt like fear. I'm not writing this because I want an apology. I'm writing this because I refuse to carry your violence like it's part of me. You don't get to take up space in my chest anymore. You don't get to control what kind of man I became. And you sure as hell don't get to redefine love for me. Love doesn't scream. Love doesn't bruise. Love doesn't leave a child wondering which version of their father will walk through the door tonight. I'm not afraid of becoming you. I'm terrified of ever making someone feel the way you made her feel, the way you made me feel. But here's what you didn't see. You didn't see me watching her learn to breathe again. You didn't see her find her voice, her spine, her smile. You didn't see me learning what real strength looks like: quiet, steady, gentle, and true. She survived you. I'm becoming someone because of her and in spite of you. This isn't revenge, this is release. You broke the sound of home for me. I'm rebuilding it without fear in the walls, without you in the doorway. Don't make mistake my silence. I'm sorry. Don't mistake my silence for weakness. It was survival. But now I speak and I speak loud. I saw everything and I will never be anything like you. Signed, your son, the man you will never be.
Wow. Now, you have to understand, some of the people who wrote these to me are 14, 15, 16 years old with parental consent that came with. Some of them are 17, 18, 19 years old. Some of them are 30 years old. I had someone who was like in their 70s who wrote me.
Yeah.
But to the young man who wrote that, good for you. I mean, you can tell that he genuinely thought of every word. You can hear his life's experiences of what he endured, and you can hear the dedication and honor he has towards his mom in that, right? There's a lot. That's incredibly powerful. And that's just one of the many, many, many letters of submissions that came in. And they're all very powerful. And, they are hard to read. They are heartbreaking. There's some that are uplifting. But even the ones that really grab you and really grab a hold of your heart, if you take a step back after and really go back and look at it, yes, it's hard. It is triggering. It is sad, but it's also so refreshing to see that they realized and they stopped and they broke the cycle and they realized that they didn't deserve this anymore. And what a breakout for them, right? What an uplifting moment for them, and for them to share it with us is just amazing. And I'm so grateful for all that wrote in.
You're right. You could tell he did break the cycle. He could have said, "Oh, that's what a real man is, right? That's what a father, a husband, is supposed to do to his wife. That's the way a woman's supposed to be treated. They're supposed to be beat. They're supposed to be hit and yelled at, pushed around." But no, he didn't do that. He did the exact opposite. And kudos to him, and kudos for shouting out.
And kudos to mom.
Just for speaking up.
Right.
And a real mom should do that. They should stand in the way of that.
Not tell you deserved it because you stayed.
That's right.
Absolutely not.
So y'all get on. I'm sorry. I think I scared Stucco.
You did scare my baby.
Y'all get on Amazon and pick up her latest book. It's out.
It's supposed to be on October 1st.
Yeah.
It's going to be with a master class that is valued at $497. I'm doing for free. There's also a survival kit that goes with it. It's got its own mini collection for Dear Silence within the Safe Haven Phoenix collection on the Academy of all these different things. Only way we're able to do this is if people continue to help and donate $5, $10, whatever you can, because that provides somebody else the opportunity to get the help that they need, the guidance they need, the healing that they need. These are all trauma-based courses from people who've gone through it and they're healing from it. What is going on with my puppy? He's like, it's almost like he's got little ice skates on. He wants to be Scott Hamilton from it. But there's trauma-informed information that helps you get through the toughest times in this academy. Sucko, do you want to jump up here and talk to everybody? I mean, what is going on here, baby? He's just trying to get up here.
All right. So what's next on the agenda
We have to
for
talk about
Changes Tomorrow?
we have to talk about Charlie Kirk for a minute
Okay.
because he was amazing. We did reach out to him at Turning Point about a year ago, maybe, and we had not had the opportunity to have him on. I would have loved to have him on. I loved his concept and his philosophy. Like, it didn't matter if you didn't agree with him, he would sit and listen to you. He paid you respect, listened to what you had to say, and had a conversation with you, right? And tried to help you see things. And that is something a lot of people don't do anymore. And so my heart goes out to Erica and his two beautiful, beautiful kids. These people are coming out saying that they're going to take care of them financially until the kids become an adult. And I might be wrong, but I think they said Elon Musk offered $50 million for Erica and the kids. I believe it was Elon Musk. And it's like $50 million for your kids to raise to you're 18. Are you serious? You know, we could have done for 50 million, right? Even $5 million, right? No, I'm just saying, it's just amazing that people want to help, and Turning Point is going to continue legacy. And this jackass did not kill Charlie Kirk as in the legend. He just created a million more Charlie Kirks, because I mean, when you think about it, I can't remember a time in history when you had the president, the vice president, a good majority of the cabinet all under one roof. Like, that's a big no-no. You don't do that. And they were all there. And the very end, when Trump brought Erica back on the stage, there was not a dry eye, not a man, not a woman, not a child had a dry eye anywhere in there. And she actually said she forgave the alleged assassin. Could you forgive?
No. Hell no.
No?
No.
But it's vengeance not us to give. Vengeance not ours to give.
Is forgiveness? I don't know.
One heart.
I'm not forgiving the idiot who did what he did to you. Idiots.
You made it plural. Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, she openly stated that, that he is just, I don't know what's going on with
our service animals are in our office with us during this podcast, and both of them are just, I don't know if they feel something or they just seem needy right now.
Well, I had to go to my prosthetic team, my prosthesis today, and try to get them to like work on my they can't get the fitting right for my nub, no matter how many times I've been casted and uncasted and casted again, and they can't get it to fit. And then because my nub is not anchored the way it's supposed to anymore, it's not, what do you call it?
It's twisted, y'all.
It's twisted.
Our arm is twisted.
And so it doesn't go out right like everybody else's. And so to get the prosthetic or whatever you want to call it on there, and then they have to cast it and try to fit it and put sensors and then try to get you to move muscle and all. I've had muscle transpositions, muscle transfers, nerve transpositions. So it makes it a little challenging. And so then they took a Sharpie and decided to mark up my arm and try to get it to work. So it's pretty swollen. They said it would be. And I think they're sensing that too. And
maybe, yeah.
I still have all my stitches from surgery. Those are all still lingering in there. Are you kissing the microphone? Yes, he is. He is. He's kissing the mic. So, yeah, you want to talk? What do you want to talk about? Stucco wants you guys to go on and see Stucco Squad. That's so much fun. I love the Stucco Squad. It's for all these gorgeous kiddos to go on and learn how to do things with stucco, like take, addition, for example. It teaches you how to add. Stucco helps learn how to add with you, or learns how to subtract with you, and teaches you all the, how to handle being bullied at school, or how to make someone have better self-esteem. There's so many wonderful things about the Stucco Squad, and stucco is front and center in all of it. And who doesn't love a beautiful golden retriever? We've got two of them right here. And so they are ready to go and play with you on the Stucco Squad in the Academy, right, boys? My husband is diligently in thought over there. I also want to check and tell everybody thank you who has reached out and text messages and sorry, I don't sleep. I have not been sleeping, even less than normal. Um, from the surgery. And people have been like really just so sweet, flowers and all sorts of stuff. And I just want to say, can we please work on um, if you're in there to have a surgery, could y'all like if you're in the medical profession, could y'all like read an allergy ban? I'm just saying. Is there a possibility of a reading of an allergy ban? Because like everybody who knows my husband and I, we have an unusual, right? Sense of humor.
Right.
And my husband went in wearing the shirt saying deaf, DEAF, definitely not listening. And I got him a shirt. And I've never had this surgeon operate on me before. And he's a specialist. And I thought, okay, well, I am so sorry.
Wow.
That it would be a great icebreaker to make everybody laugh if he saw my husband wearing the shirt. So first, and correct me if I'm wrong, babe, we get in there and they're trying to, fish for getting the IV in. And then one of the members of the team, who, I'm always the protector. My husband will just flat out tell you who it was, comes in and says, "What are we doing today?" And I said, "You're making me deaf." And I was mortified at the fact that this individual thought it was funny and downright started cracking up laughing. And it was like, I actually said, "What is so funny?" Now, in fairness, I'm not on Versed. I'm not on anything. I take zero before I go into the OR. So we are in pre-op. And I was like, "What is so funny?" And what exactly did she say? She's like, "That you're going deaf?" I mean,
yeah.
And I was like, "It's not funny at all." And then I went over 3 times my allergies, reminding them of what I can and cannot have done. And then we're getting ready to go back. And I look at my husband and I said to him, "Tell me you love me one last time," in my right ear. And when he did, I didn't tell him, but it literally was one of these heart-wrenching, heartbreaking moments for me. Because when you told me I love you for the last time in that ear, like it just took me out, like, like swept me off in a bad way because it was like, I'm never going to hear that again. I'm never going to hear you say that to me in my ear again. And it was very, very hard. And then Faith did too. And it was like double whammy. And so the whole way back to the OR, I was just like trying to capture it and, almost save it and just replay it and replay it and replay it. And we get into the OR and I'm like, okay, they're supposed to like move you to the other bed. And a lot of time, if you're on Versed, you're already out. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me tell you, because they don't know me. This is not my normal team. And I'm, I'm the one who makes everybody laugh. And so I'm like, what kind of music do we listen to? Oh, he doesn't listen to music at all. This is a big surgery. This is a several-hour surgery. And he's not listening to music. Great. And so I had said, okay, well, I want to go over again a couple of things because my allergies are really bad. And so I said, I don't want to go to sleep until the very last second, which is normally after they do a timeout. That didn't happen. Next thing I know, I asked the fellow, can I ask why this would be funny? And he was like, I don't think it's funny at all. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, she's right here, isn't she? He said, yeah, great. And I told her again, I did not want to go to sleep until absolutely last second, blah, blah, blah. And then I wanted to go over the allergies again because I knew what would happen. And next thing I know, I'm out. Like they didn't even warn me. Normally they say, okay, we're starting the propofol. We're starting, the Lanacane. They tell you that they're starting. This is going to burn because we're starting the Lanacane. And this is going to burn because we're doing the propofol, maybe a minute countdown from 10 or whatever. Nobody does that. So I was out. And then when I got into post-op, immediately it was like within a couple minutes, they were just do you need to be admitted? No, I don't need to be admitted. And I wonder if they knew now because I looked like I ate a pufferfish from the movie Hitch. And I looked huge. My ear was huge. My face was, whatever. And then I found out that one of the things that I'm allergic to, they use to clean what they call the field prior to doing surgery. So just read your doggone
Right. Do your job.
bracelet.
Know your patient.
I mean, I tried to tell them numerous times. It wasn't like
No, you did tell them. You didn't try.
right, but I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't trying. It wasn't like whatever. And then take into consideration that I don't care. I say this till I'm, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's one surgery or a million surgeries or 150 surgeries. It's still surgeries, and it's a big doggone deal. And losing your hearing is not having a ingrown toenail organ, right? It's a big deal, and it's very life altering. Like I was profoundly deaf in this ear, but I'm still trying to get acclimated to it, and it is quite challenging. It is quite. I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like I have my ear full of fluid. My ear's still glued in because they did a stitch down, so you can't see in the inside my ear anymore. And literally, it was just like that's a big deal. And to make light of it and laugh in front of your patient's face, I think is crummy to say the least. I really do. And if I was advocating or had that been faith, oh hell no, no, we wouldn't. We would have had a very different outcome at that point. I think. I do, and I'm proud of my husband because my understanding is for once my husband stayed awake for this one, which
Yeah.
reputation you slept through the whole thing. Most of my surgeries you slept.
That was strategic.
Seriously.
You like that?
No. But you stayed awake for this one. You were kind of irritated with this one before I went back. So, yeah. Yeah, Faith was like, he stayed awake. And it hurts my heart because, like, when I'm driving and Faith is sitting beside me, and, like, if I have the air conditioner on, I cannot hear her, right? Or if I'm trying to hear, like, I love listening to Megyn Kelly. We all know this. So if I'm listening to Megyn Kelly and she tries to say something, forget it. I can't differentiate the two. And then she will literally just be like, Carmia, and she just gets going, right? And I'm focused on the road. I don't touch my phone while I'm driving. Nothing. And then when she's done, she looks at me like, well, and I don't even know she said anything, right? And I feel horrible. And then I'm like, babe, you gotta speak up. Oh, right. I said, right, sorry. I'm sorry. So you got to get acclimated to it, and it sucks. And I'm glad it's me and not you guys because it sucks. But can't change things. I just wish things would be so. We're introverts, and we like to kind of be here, and we don't bother people. All we want to do is help people. But some people have sticks in their asses. I'm saying, and it's like. Misery loves company. I don't think that I have ever found a more truthful quote, right? That's more applicable right now. Because if you're unhappy and someone pisses in your cornflakes, do you want to make that a buffet line? Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the best way to sum it up. And it's ridiculous. Look in the mirror and then just be like, wow. And then, one other step, I guess I can say, which is kind of ironic, babe, is when you are, and I don't know how my husband's get react by saying this, but not only does misery love company, but when you have to have someone else do your work for you, when you have to like psychologically in a negative way spin it for someone else to not realize what you're doing because you're unhappy and you have to put it off on someone else because you can't do it yourself is
a coward.
It's misery. Like, it's miserable. My husband has this shit eating grin on his face. But I mean, I went through great lengths. I mean, it took me months to make sure every name, every photo, everything was redacted. Every story in there is factual. but there was no way somebody could say that's the dog groomer, you know, or that's the lawn care guy, or you know, whatever. But to be like, oh, you know, and then the hot potato pass it, but then act like you know you're the groundkeeper. It's just it's dumbfounding to me. And you know, that's one of the things I've learned from 40 years on the couch of therapy is that's why you and I will never be those people because we don't have the mental makeup to be so corrupt and what's the other word I'm looking for?
I don't cross wires, twisted,
Deceitful.
Deceitful.
I mean, why can't you just live your life? No one's bothering you. Why do you have to just stir up shit?
Right.
But sometimes you can't walk stuff back.
You know, so this is a good episode.
It's a great episode.
I love it when we do it together. I mean,
Really? Yeah.
Well, shit.
And he's been giving me such a hard time. Don't pick, because the thing they sent me home with looks like I had a cup on, like a man's cup.
No, I didn't. That was your buddy. I won't mention his name, but his initials are Joseph.
His initials are Joseph. What, you still haven't given the review on that you promised?
I will, buddy.
And
he said it looked like you had a jock strap on the side of your head.
Did look like that, but you know, and then you know, it was
a pretty big jock strap too.
Was I guess I borrowed yours.
Hey, what? All right, that concludes today's episode. Holy crap, that went the wrong way.
Hey, who's got the torn shorts?
In other words, other news. Can we edit some of this?
Absolutely not.
I need to talk to your producer.
I am your producer.
Well, who does the editing?
I do.
Well, shit.
What would you like to see happen in the next year with us?
For me to lose 50 pounds.
Can I lose 50 pounds?
You don't have 50 pounds to lose.
40.
No, darling.
30.
No, darling.
No, darling. Man, watch how you tell your wife that certain things are certain size.
Shit. Are we going there?
I'm just saying, like, you know, at our age, PHAT is not relevant. Like, women don't listen to PHAT. And when you're like, babe, that's fat, we think of put the donuts down, dear, kind of fat, not, you know, pretty hot and tempting fat, right? So, you know, I have not been one to do the GLP shot injections. I have not, because I am someone who's very conscious about keeping myself as healthy as possible, not weight wise, but so God forbid, our daughter needs my kidney, she will have it. And so I have not taken any of those. And because of all the surgeries I've had, I've never taken pain medication. I ate my pain and I did put on weight. I admit I put on weight. And so I've lost well over half of it. And I have more to lose.
And I've gained it.
And I have never said a word about my husband except how hot he is and hot. I didn't say fat, I said hot. And how good looking he is. And so the other day, my husband made a remark about something being fat, and it wasn't. And then he tried to walk it back and said, "Oh no, I mean PHAT. I mean PHAT. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Oh shit! Like that's what I got." So, men, come on now, get your foot out of your mouth and say it correctly. Don't be like. Women don't want to hear that body parts are fat.
I've never called you fat.
Do I need to go back and tell you what body part you said was?
That was different.
It's not different.
It is different.
It's totally not different. In 25 years, it's not different. Have you ever said that to me in 25 years?
No.
Thank you. Now what?
Good night, y'all.
And you have to imagine, I got to get Faith in here one day because they're so funny where We're on the way back tonight. We stopped at Zaxby's to grab a bite because we were gonna. Yeah, it was horrible. We were gonna grab something because it was gonna take way too long. And so the minute he goes up to get the food, we have the drinks at the table. She takes some of my unsweet tea and maybe shared it with him and his sweet tea. And she has this look on her face where she's trying to keep a straight.
Why were y'all sharing sweet tea with me or unsweet tea?
Oh, she was just trying to ruin the taste for you.
But why were you sharing tea?
We weren't. She was taking
because I
well,
didn't have a lot of tea.
Well, that was before you did that. So when he brought his tray over with the food on it, he knocked the drink over and decided to make his fries a la tea instead of a la mode. So his fries took a swim in the river of tea.
3/4 of my cup went on my food.
Yeah. And I offered you mine, you didn't want them.
I figured it was going down the same hole, coming out the same hole.
Was that?
Probably. So I ate dripping, soggy, tea-covered fries.
Cheese fries.
Yeah.
Tea-covered cheese. And she has this look on her face. And she has like the perfect timing. She's like, listen here, sweetheart. She's like, as long as you treat my mom good, you're safe for now. And then she's so funny because she like pulls out of her little satchel purse that she carries these scissors. The two of them are hilarious. I mean, y'all absolutely make my face hurt because y'all are so funny. I'm telling you, grumpy old man has nothing. She'll go by him and he'll be like, "Wow," and then she'll be like, "Why is the empty jug of tea right in front of the garbage can? Like, why can't you put that in there?" And he was like, "Kitten," and she's like, "Slut," and it's like nonstop back and forth. It is the funniest doggone thing you've ever seen. It's hilarious. He'll come in and be like, "Where's my daddy hug?" And she'll be like, "What's up, burrito?" It's nonstop. It's hilarious. It's so cute. And then the other thing she does is whenever he's like, "Oh, that kid," she rolls up her sleeve and shows him that her entire forearm is tattooed for him. And then he just shuts up. And she's like, "Yeah, that's right. Who's wrapped? You're wrapped. That's right. You're wrapped." It's so cute. It is so, so cute.
What father has a defense against that?
You love, worship, and adore that child.
Because she's mine. She's my little squiggly.
I cannot believe you call her your little squiggly.
That's right.
I mean, that's not appropriate.
What?
You call her your squiggly.
Yes, she is.
That's not appropriate.
Well, you can call her your egg.
I'm not gonna call her my egg. What's wrong with you? I gotta call her my egg. You know what? I'm gonna turn to the right.
She's one of your werewolves.
My what?
Werewolves.
What?
Werewolves.
I'm gonna call her.
What are you gonna call her?
In here.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for listening to Unstoppable with Victoria and Michael.
Hey, does that mean you're gonna be nice and I can have an English muffin with cream cheese?
Y'all wish her happy birthday tomorrow.
No. Can you wish? Like, can I have an English muffin?
You can have whatever you want, sweetheart.
Sweetheart, eating fat.
You're not fat.
You're echoing in my non-echoing ear.
I just want to make sure you heard me.
I think Japan heard you.
Really?
I'm really that alone.
Good night, y'all.